Hey guys, Will here with my friend Lincoln.
Hey guys, I love how I'm
And
like something else every single week. I'm Links, I'm Link, I'm Lincoln, I'm
yeah, I changed it up
the other guy.
the other guy. But
So,
today it's gonna be semi late Halloween episode, I guess, is what I'm gonna call it. Where
yeah.
it's really not Halloween because it's already been like a week by the time this goes up, probably. But yeah. So the first things we're gonna be talking about is oh yeah, we don't have a trivia. We do
I
not
do
have
have a trivia,
You do have
but
a trivia?
I was gonna let you introduce the things we were talking about first.
Yeah, makes sense, makes
It's not
sense.
that good of a trivia question, but I thought it was interesting.
So the first things we're talking about are the recently released Boba Fett and Morbius trailers. Then we're gonna talk about kind of like Halloween monsters and just kind of movie villains slash monsters in general, and kind of talk about Halloween movies and stuff like that. And then we're gonna be finishing up with the our new take on the comics thing. So
Yeah, because
we're
if you
gonna
remember, if you watched last episode and you're like, oh, that didn't end up the best. It didn't end up the best. So we're willing to admit that and we're going to try to change that.
yep. So
But before we get started, William, I have it's a kind of simple question. But
let me hear it.
so are you familiar with something called candy corn?
I am.
Okay, so the outside being the larger end and the inside being the tip. From the outside to the inside, name the colors of candy corn.
You're asking me this, the colorblind person?
Oh my
No, I
gosh.
got this. I got this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I
I
think
forgot.
so.
I'm so sorry.
It's. I'm just messing around. It's fine. So it's three parts. The first part is white. The thinnest part is white. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so you're going from the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it goes white. Oh gosh. I feel like the middle one's orange, but then but I feel like the last part is orange. I think it goes white, orange, yellow, or it's white, yellow, orange.
Which one?
I'm gonna go white, yellow, orange.
Well, you should have stuck with white, orange, yellow, because that's what it is.
Dang it.
I
Oh
know.
no.
I forgot that color questions are not
No, it's fine. It's fun. I'm
not the thing
colorblind, but
for
I
you.
know stuff.
Um, yeah, because I said white, yellow, orange as well, and then I looked at it and I was like, "Well, crap, I got that wrong."
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we can get into the Book of Boba Fett trailer and then also the Morbius trailer.
So I had talked with someone about the Boba Fett trailer, and they're telling me how they're hoping that it's like a Boba Fett taking over like Jabba's territory, which is what it seems like it
It
is from the
seems
trailer.
to be that way.
Yeah. So it's like I guess him forming his own underground empire, his syndicate.
Which
It,
before we actually start talking about it for real, did this get you hyped for the series?
I mean, just seeing it alone got me hyped for it.
I
The
would
fact that there
agree.
was a trailer.
And
I
the fact
mean,
that it's coming out so soon, I feel,
yeah, it's
you
December.
know,
It's December, right?
December like 29th or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Let me look that up. Here, you can finish what you're saying though.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely uh entertaining to see Boba Fett. You know,
December
because
29th.
well, he's having his own series now. with I think the girl's name is Fennec Shin or something like
Yes,
that.
Finnick Sean or yeah, something like that.
Which I mean, she was in the last season of Mandalorian, and she's pretty cool. Um, I don't know how in depth they're gonna go with everything. I feel like I hope we see some characters from the original trilogy or maybe even the Clone Wars.
I hope
I will,
so.
yeah. I was talking with the same person I mentioned earlier, and I was saying how I wonder if we're gonna see like Darth Maul Syndicate at all. Darth Maul is
Yes.
dead at this point, but if we remember from the Solo movie, Kira, I think is her name, is working for him. So maybe
So
see her.
that is an interesting point that I was going to bring up. I was thinking, well, is it going to be like the Clone Wars where Darth Maul establishes like an underground group and just goes around, you know?
Hmm.
Or I wonder how that's going to be. Um, just because I felt like that was a pretty good arc within the Clone Wars.
It was pretty good.
So it'd be cool to see how he does that, but I also think there's a way you could ruin it. And I thought it was funny. So he said Jabba ruled out of fear. I want to rule out of respect or whatever. I mean, I thought that was funny because fear and respect are not like they're correlated, of course, because like Boba Fett probably, of course, he has respect, but he probably has fear out of everything, you know?
Yeah, respect him because they fear him.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, people respect you because they fear you. So I don't, I don't know what you're trying to say there, but
I mean, when you think about it, if you cross Jabba, you wouldn't be afraid of Jabba. You'd be afraid of him sending Boba Fett after you
yeah, of course.
or some other bounty on air.
Love to see that one Mandalorian girl get killed by Boba Fett. Like just
Which one? The one played by Sasha Banks.
yeah, the one that beat him in a fight and then was like,
It beat him. Like it was like a
it shouldn't even
tie.
been close. It shouldn't even been close.
It
Like
shouldn't have. Yeah.
ridiculous. And if they keep doing stuff like that, I feel like that could like mess with the series a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I want Boba Fett to just be destroying people in this
I
show.
agree. That's what I want. I want like just of course you're gonna have to have some character that will stand up to
Rival.
Boba. Yeah, and rival him, but like out of everything, I think it would have to be a Jedi.
Mace Windu coming back.
William, why are you so like I feel, William's so like caught up on the idea that Mace Windu is gonna come back.
He's gonna, dude.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Sam L. Jackson wants to be part of it. And, you know, he's not a spry young man anymore. He fits the age
That
of
is
Mace Windu.
true. That would be awesome to see. I don't know if they're gonna do that though.
They probably won't, honestly.
So
I would just like Mace Windu to show up for some reason out of nowhere. That's fan service, though. Story wise, it probably wouldn't make any sense.
yes. So I know like we shouldn't create like expectate well create plot expectations like this should happen or a character should happen or like Han Solo should show up or something like that. I'm not saying any of that, right? But
Yeah,
like I mean Han Solo's dead, right? But it whatever.
not at this point.
Oh, is this yeah, the Manda okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Perfect then. I was thinking
This
the
is like,
Book of
I
Boba
want to
Fett where
say 6 or 7 years after the Empire was destroyed, I think.
all right. So that's not too bad. So Han Solo could show up. But you really need a really significant threat to rival Boba. It can't just be someone simple.
I think Mm, mm, thinking. I don't know.
Because you could have some random character, but I really don't know. If it was like Lando, that would be freaking awesome.
I don't. Lando wouldn't be. I don't think do anything with Tatooine though. You know,
Yeah, that's
unless he
true.
tries to extend his syndicate to Cloud City, Boba Fett. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know who they can have to rival because I don't think there's anyone to rival him at this point. Because
Yeah.
it's kind of like a void. It's like a power struggle right now because
So it's
Jabba
probably gonna
just
be
died
this.
like
Yeah,
5
it's
years
probably gonna be
ago.
the syndicates that rival him, like with Darth Maul. But like, I feel like even in the Darth Maul storyline, you still had Pure Vizsla, right?
Yeah, I don't know though.
And
They
let
have
me
to
just
introduce a
say
villain.
how much I don't like. Gosh, what's her freaking name? The Mandalorian lady,
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. I do not like Bo-Katan at all. And they try to act. Never mind. I know this is in the Mandalorian video, but they try to act like Bo-Katan is like this good person or whatever, and like wants to do what's right for people. But I hate
She's
that
really
she lost.
not.
I know her faction lost the fight fair and square and should have accepted it instead of running away like a little baby.
Also, I saw this video recently where it was Bo-Katan and so you haven't seen the last season of Clone Wars yet because you're not gonna because you're
No,
taking
I'm
your
trying
sweet
to
time.
rewatch Clone Wars, but I'm also trying to watch My Hero Academia and then do school. So
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
Well, in this isn't really much of a spoiler, but Bo-Katan at one point meets Obi-Wan and is kind of like being mean to him and using the fact that he didn't do anything to Maul after uh, her sister died. You know, Satine.
Yeah, which
And
I
the
don't think
thing
that's
about it
fair.
is that she tried to kill Satine multiple times.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yeah, Death watched it. So it's kind of like, did you really care about your sister? Like,
Or
you're
did
not
you
this
just want to
honorable
say
Christian.
something to Obi-Wan? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just one of those characters that likes to cause trouble. Anyways, that's unrelated. Do not want to see Bast or not. Why am I saying Bastila? Gosh, Bo-Katan or Katan, whatever.
She's gonna be in the
Yeah,
Mandalorian season 3. That's where she's gonna be.
yes. And I would love if they focused on bounty hunters. Love it. IG-88 would be awesome. Bosk would be freaking amazing. That's like if Bosk shows up, like I might jump up and down like a little kid because I always thought Bosk was really cool. And then like I remember like the first Battlefront game. I don't know. Have you? Did you play Battlefront, William?
Yeah, I played both.
Yeah. So I loved Bosk, and I just thought he was so cool. And also, I feel like he doesn't get the respect he deserves. You know?
Well, that's because the only time you ever really see him isn't in the original trilogy. He's only there once. You don't see him at all in the prequels. He's only in Clone Wars and other media. So that's why he doesn't probably isn't looked up as.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm really, really excited for the Book of Boba Fett.
I mean, I hope we was Boba Fett there at the end of the Mandalorian, or did he just like dip in Slave One at the finale of
I
season
think he
two?
did. William, you can't call it Slave One anymore. That's offensive.
Oh, my apologies.
I'm
I
just
forgot they
kidding.
changed it to Boba
I don't
Fett
think they
ship.
did change. I don't think they did change it.
Did they
I
not?
don't I
But they
don't
did.
think they ever did. I think they were like, we're gonna change it, and they never did.
Mm. Well, in any case,
But
it's Slave One.
yeah,
Yeah. So
it'd be
I guess
cool.
it would be
It'd be
cool.
very cool to see Dengar as well.
Dengar. Yeah, that would be cool.
Which,
Maybe even see Asajj Ventress. But she's a bounty hunter, right?
yeah, and am I forgetting? Cat Bane's still alive, right? Or does he die?
As far as we know.
Yeah,
I There was a whole thing where Boba was one that like killed him, but in Bad Batch he shows up not
that's
dead.
weird.
I don't know what the deal is. But
That would be a very interesting villain right there.
I forget, you didn't watch the Bad Batch either, right? Because you weren't
No, I did not.
well in the Bad Batch, this is a spoiler for you probably, but
It's okay.
um yeah, there's this clone girl known as Omega.
Yes, I've heard that name.
Yeah, and she's um basically so Boba Fett was codenamed Alpha and she's Omega. So there was two unaltered Boba Fett clones now. Boba, or he's in Jango Fett clones,
Why was
Boba
she a
and
female
Omega.
though?
She's a female. I don't know why.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, something like that. So people were saying, oh, she's gonna show up in Boba Fett.
Okay, well, I don't know if she's a cool character or not, but she sounds kind of dumb, so I hope she doesn't.
It depends on if you like her or not. That's really it. You can either like her or you hate her. Very divisive.
Maybe so.
But yeah,
All
Boba.
right, well, I guess just to wrap this up, because I don't want it to go on forever, I think it will be very good, and I'm very excited for it. Um, but it's still very like I have no clue what's going to happen, which is awesome because we still have the opportunity. You know what I love about the Disney Plus shows is like the community behind them. Everybody's trying to figure everything out every week, like especially like WandaVision. That was like one of my favorite times, like watching the Disney Plus show. I know WandaVision wasn't amazing, but like everybody's like, it's Mephisto, it's this, it's that, and I just thought that was really fun.
They always think
So
it's Mephisto, even with Loki.
yeah, that's true.
They just
Maybe
want
it's
Mephisto.
maybe it's Mephisto with Boba Fett. All I'm saying.
That's it.
I'm just kidding.
I
Hey,
wasn't. I'm just joking.
Star Wars is published by Marvel. That's all I'll say right there.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
kidding. But
so, but
do you have any final thoughts?
yeah. I mean, just kind of what you said. I'm excited for it. We don't know what's going on, so it's exciting because we don't know what's going on. That's part of it. Looks cool. Boba Fett looks cool. I just want to see Bib Fortuna get shot again. Um, yeah, yeah. Well,
All
to
right, I'll let you start out
Morbius.
with this one because I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know a lot about Morbius, but I know a little bit about the character, so I am kind of in the dark.
Everything I know about Morbius comes from the old Spider-Man cartoon. I recently rewatched some of it on Disney Plus, and I was like, "Yo, Morbius is pretty cool." They had a whole stretch of episodes involving Morbius, and even Blade appears in one of them, which is pretty high. But
Yeah, I thought you would
Or
know more because of Blade. So,
yeah, Morbius from at least the TV show's version. It seems kind of similar to the movie version, where it's this guy named Morbius. He's a doctor, or in doctor in training. For this movie, he's a doctor. Um, he's trying to figure out how to fix the disease, like using bat genetics and plasma, trying to figure out how to cure this disease that's affecting him in the movie, and other people. He's really just doing it to help people. He's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. Um, the experiment goes wrong, and he becomes basically a vampire, which in the Marvel universe, vampires are kind of like how vampires are in other mythos, where it's like to become a vampire, you have to get bit by a vampire or turned into a vampire. This time, this guy just turned himself into a vampire using science, which is kind of a big deal. That might be okay. I'll get to this part later when I was going to say the might be part. But, anyways, it seems that, well, okay, so he gets powers of flight. He seeks plasma, but I guess you're just making him full blood suck, like full blood sucker. He has super strength. He has like a sonar vision. He's a Spider-Man villain. So in the
okay,
trailer, you'll
so
see reference to Spider-Man and stuff.
one thing I'm very confused about, like I've kind of been looking stuff up. Morpheus versus Morbius.
Morpheus?
Yes.
You mean the guy from the Matrix?
No, like there's a Marvel character named Morpheus.
Let me just get my phone out. I'm totally not looking this.
Because there's a Michael Morpheus and then there's a Michael Morpheus. Morbi
You're
sorry,
right.
Michael
There's
Morpheus and then Mike
Morpheus and there's Morbius.
I'm so confused. Like what is the difference?
Don't know. I can't help you there, Chief. I have no idea.
Okay, well, glad to know that they're not the same person, or maybe they are. I have no clue.
But yeah, so one thing that's kind of caused issues with this movie's trailer is it part of the MCU? Is
Yes, which it doesn't appear to be because you see Michael Keaton as a different character other than the Vulture.
is it not? The guy was a prisoner in the
Oh,
scene.
was he a prisoner?
I think he was a prisoner, yeah.
Okay, then maybe I'm wrong.
See, what's weird is in one shot of the trailer, you see on the back of like a wall in an alleyway, it shows Spider-Man and has murderer spray painted on him.
Really?
So it's like Spider-Man after Homecoming, or not Homecoming, Spider-Man after he apparently kills Mysterio, right? Because everyone thinks he's a murderer. So they showed that in the trailer. And Morbius at the end makes reference to Venom, so you know it's the Sony verse.
Yes, and now spoiler, spoiler, spoiler,
Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler.
spoiler, spoiler. Venom will be in the MCU, it appears, so it's quite possible.
Yeah, I think this is in the MCU because Michael Keaton, I think, as Vulture, because I think he's a prisoner, um, is there.
Which
I mean,
I'm not
This,
the biggest Jared Leto fan, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of him either, but I kind of liked his portray in the trailer. It's more
Yeah, but it
Morbius.
did look good. Um, what do you think about the character adaptation? Like the
The way he looks in vampire form is pretty similar to what I've seen prior. I would say though that his motivations, or not his motivations, his motivations similar to what I've seen prior also, but it's his willpower. Because usually he just can't control his hunger, which in the trailer they didn't make it seem like his hunger was too much. Where I had like a quick thing where it was like, I want blood and I can't control myself. But like he really can't control himself. And he like slowly turns more malevolent, but I think he's still a good guy at the end of the day. But
Yeah, I think it will be good.
I think it's gonna be good. I do want to say back to the maybe thing I cut myself off at. I wonder if this is. I don't think Marvel planned. Well, they probably did, but like this could be a good way to introduce vampires to the MCU
Oh, for Blade.
for Blade. Exactly. Maybe because they introduced Morbius, they might also introduce vampires in the MCU. And when Blade is involved, he might meet up with Morbius and be like, "I'm gonna kill you," or something, because he kills vampires.
That would be very interesting. So, if you guys didn't know, William loves Blade.
I don't know what you're talking.
So, this is probably really exciting for William, especially because he is a huge Blade fan. Like,
Bring me Wesley Snipes back. He can do it. He's fit for his age. You know, he
yeah,
is Blade.
I think it will be good though. When is the Blade movie coming out, William?
I think, gosh, I think not for a while. About 2022.
So that's not that far away.
It's not, but this Blade is not my Blade. He's more of a taller, slim guy. I need a Wesley Snipes guy.
I don't think we're ever gonna get another Wesley Snipes, but
I know he's too old now. It's so sad. I hope they at least give him like a part in the movie in some way. Like
yeah,
I know a lot of people were wanting Blade to be Whistler, where in Blade's story, his mentor is a guy named Whistler. The guy is usually white and older than him, but I'm like, hey, I'm willing to make the change if you get Wesley Snipes in there. You know, if you make him
yeah,
Whistler, I'm with it.
that would be actually really cool to have Wesley Snipes in the movie, like doing that. Well, I feel like this movie is gonna be decent. I don't feel like it's gonna be anything amazing.
I think it's gonna be better than Venom.
I haven't seen Venom because I was personally like, I don't really see the point.
I
I
haven't
might
seen the
have to
second
watch
one.
Venom now, but I
It's a
don't know.
pretty decent movie. Like it's really cool. The action scenes are really good.
Yeah, Venom is a very interesting character to begin with, but I don't
Venom.
know.
No, 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 no.
Symbiote comic books are just insane right now, but that's
No.
something. Which it is. So I thought this was an interesting thing. I guess transition. I mm,
I mean, we're
do you
basically
want
done talking
any
about
final
Morbius.
thoughts? Do you have any final thoughts before
I
I
think
transition?
it's gonna be a decent to good movie, and I hope it is in the MCU. That would make
I
sense.
could see it being like a cult classic, especially if it's like a horror-esque movie.
Yeah,
Um, so transitioning out of that, so vampires, we can just talk about that for a little bit. If you didn't know, William,
you're a
DC has been
vampire.
doing, yeah, I'm actually a vampire, obviously. But no, DC is doing this run right now. They just came out with it before Halloween, and it's called DC versus Vampires. And I just got the story yesterday, which I was lucky to because it was like sold out like the first day. It was crazy. Like people were so hyped for it. But like it seems like maybe this stuff is making a comeback because we've seen in recent years The Walking Dead, zombies had a major time. Maybe it's time for vampires to come back.
Yeah, I guess them.
I, that's
Well,
what I'm just
vampires.
theorizing.
I do want to say though, vampires did have a big comeback in like late 2010s to early 2000s.
That's true because of Twilight.
It's Vampire Diaries and all those
Oh
shows
yeah, that's
about
true.
vampires. So
But like
yeah,
it does seem like something may be.
coming back to life.
Yes, and it seems more of like how that was more like a romantic vampire thing. Like
This is
it
more
seems more of like a horror vampire thing, which is
horror.
very
I'm gonna tell
interesting.
you,
Which I think is better than the romantic stuff. Which I've watched Twilight. Twilight's pretty cool.
we
But
rather kill vampires than sleep with
yeah,
them.
yeah. Um.
Yeah. I just throw you
So
off.
yeah, you did. I just lost my train of thought. Well, in light of that, I just talking about monsters. Like vampires have got to be some of the coolest ones. They have some of the coolest abilities. And you know what's really cool about vampires is the fact that besides the fact of sunlight, which when vampires first came out, they were immune to sunlight. You know,
That's because Dracula was immune to sunlight.
so vampires can be among you and you can't even know it. And you won't even know it.
Yeah.
That's what's very interesting. And I feel like that's something that should be played upon more in the future.
Well, if they're introducing Blade and Morbius as part of the thing, I do want to say that in the MC, they'd probably be the kind of vampires who are not immune to the sun, um, killable by garlic and
I thought
holy
Morbius could
weapons.
be in the sun.
Morbius can, but he's like a scientifically vampirized. Vampires that Blade fights aren't sunlight, uh, don't go out in the sun, and are weak to garlic and like holy weapons.
That's going to be interesting, especially with the MCU transitioning to more of a mystical-esque, storyline to see like what they're going to do with that.
Well, the reason why Blade is so feared by vampires is because he's a daywalker. He's able to walk in the sun, which makes him special. Because he's like a half vampire. So he gets all the strengths and like barely any of the weaknesses.
Which that's cool.
Though I hope this Blade movie is R-rated.
That
Because
would
like
be
the
really
original ones
cool.
are, I
I
think,
haven't even
or the
seen the original
PG-13.
ones, so I need to watch those before the new one comes out.
Check. That might actually be PG-13. But yeah, but like you were saying, the it seems that vampires are gonna be bouncing back very soon.
Yes, so vampires, I feel like we're gonna try to do like a unofficial tier list without like moving stuff around, so I apologize.
What's going
Vampires,
on?
I feel like are a solid like A or B tier, you know?
Did you say A or B?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think Team Jacob for life. That's what I think.
Isn't
No,
that
I'm
the
just
werewolf?
it's the werewolf. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
But
of course you'd be that side because you're Native American.
yeah. Yeah.
Gosh,
What's that supposed to
gosh,
mean? Huh?
nothing. It
You
just
trying to say something?
no, it just makes sense.
Wow. I can't believe I'm hearing this.
No, because like they
What? You like leprechauns?
no
Huh?
they.
Those your favorite thing?
Yes, maybe I do like leprechauns. Gosh,
Yeah?
no,
Is this how we're
but
doing it?
of course you'd like a poorly interpreted version of your culture.
Oh, I see. I
I'm
see.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, nah, so like I would say vampires are I'm gonna put them A tier. Where do we
A
have an
tier.
S tier? Do we have an S tier?
We do have an S tier. They could possibly be an S tier, to
I
be
would
honest.
put straight up Wolfman slash werewolves and vampires in S tier because they're like,
Werewolves, though, it just depends on the
man,
werewolf for me.
come on, dude. It's werewolves versus vampires. It's like two nemesises. You gotta have them together.
Yeah, but I think it just depends on how you do it.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah, I think I think vampires are S tier. We'll hold off on the werewolves. I think they're high A tier or maybe S tier.
Okay. That's fair.
Just because there's been so many. I guess there's been so many versions of vampires as well. But okay, we'll put it in S tier. That sounds good actually, because they are really cool. It's really cool concept, super iconic. I mean,
I mean, it was a were bunny in Wallace and Gromit's movie, not a vampire
dude,
bunny.
that's beyond S tier. That's like S plus.
S plus were bunnies.
Rare Bunnies S plus. I used to love
Such a
that
weird movie.
show.
I remember this is just getting off the track, but I remember that there was a scene in that movie where Gromit and this other dog are fighting each other,
Oh yeah.
and they're in like the plane stuff, and they're using like coins, and when one of them runs out, they look through their wallets for coins to help the other guy out. It was kind of funny. I don't know. It was a good
I don't
movie.
remember that. I remember actually I might remember that. It's been a long time though.
It's crazy what they do with clay animation.
Yeah, it is. That is very impressive. So, Were Bunnies
Were
beyond S
bunnies.
tier, like just
Double S.
yeah, triple S, like just
Triple S,
out of
yeah.
the world. Nothing will ever compare. But
You know,
zombies, I feel like are a really popular one, right?
I would put them at B. I had to be honest. I'd put them at
Really, I
B.
I would put them lower. I'd put them at C, which I
B
haven't
or
watched The
C.
Walking Dead. I just feel like it's so overused now. Like, and a lot of times it doesn't even make sense. I know like a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense, but they try to make it like scientific, and it's like, oh wait, it's not scientific at all.
Yeah. I would B or C. I'll put it in
We,
C if you're up for that. 'Cause it's just
if you
kind of like,
want, we can. I don't know. I think how iconic they are, they have to be in B, but like
they're like they're they're not even that creative anymore is the thing. Like,
Yeah,
vampires and werewolves aren't like whenever you think about those, you always think like, "Oh, they're hard to kill, they're scary." Zombies are weaker people that just if they bite you, you turn one thing is this, all those creatures, if they bite you, you become them.
same with werewolves.
Yeah, they
I did
scratch you
not
or
know
bite
that.
you. Scratch
So
you or
like,
bite you, you become
it's
werewolf.
definitely like zombies are like the worst version of those.
Yeah, they're like the worst version of those. Um, thinking now, there's yachting. Mummies. I like I would put
Ooh,
mummies tier. A-tier mummies, dude.
yeah, I would agree. Especially, I feel like the Mummy movie is so iconic, you know.
Yeah.
So it has to be. And also, it just depends. Like, mummies can be anywhere from zombies to like super powerful creatures, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like sand zombies are way cooler than regular zombies. That's just my thing.
So then there's ghosts. Um,
So, I don't know really the classification of ghosts. Like, I know there's like banshees, I know there's like poltergeists, or we're just gonna go with a general ghost. How about that?
yeah. General ghost.
Like, it can be multiple, or we're just gonna put it in one category ghost.
Well,
Like,
I would put ghosts and demons separate. So like demons are their own category.
yeah, I would agree with that. Um, Ghost is just a bunch of clumped up stuff, like spirits, just banshees,
I
whatever
would
you want
put
to
them
call them.
C tier.
Just C tier?
Yeah.
What about Casper, dude?
Oh, D tier.
Oh,
uh,
C tier is fine.
C tier. I would say C tier because regular ghosts aren't very s- scary or iconic as I mean well ghosts were more but like before now okay before present day before like the 21st century I would say ghosts were scarier. Now because
Yeah.
you have so much stuff it's like oh cool you can move stuff possibly possess people possibly depends on
Well,
the ghost.
it also is so interesting because now, like, I guess we're not worried about like stuff like that. Back then, like, they're like, oh, I wasn't. A lot of times they probably weren't like, oh, I'm not scared of getting murdered in the dark when I'm by myself. Now we have to worry about that, and we don't have other things to worry about, and our mind doesn't think about.
Yeah.
So, like, back then, I feel like it would have been pretty scary. I mean, there's still some scary stuff because like stuff happens. You're like, what the heck? That's got to be a ghost, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't really know.
I would put demons up as like a B tier as a scarier version of ghosts.
Oh, they're freaking scary. I don't like them.
I think we're both religious, so we don't like them in general. And so we really don't like them when
Yeah,
it comes
they're
to movies and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mess with that. I'm
I
noping
don't
out of the
like
area. You pull
I
out a
don't
Ouija
like that
board,
stuff.
heck no, I'm leaving. I don't
Yeah, that
mess with that.
stuff weirds me out, but I don't like watching that stuff, but I have time to time and I'm just like, oh, this doesn't feel right. Like it's kind of scary. But it's
Yeah.
also kind of like, I don't know. So I'd say B tier is good. Um, I think one we've overlooked so far, Frankenstein.
That's not like a type of creature. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
a
it's not like
iconic
a
creature.
yeah, but like that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah. So like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is the
Well,
doctor,
Frankenstein is
right?
like the equivalent of the Wolfman and Dracula.
I feel like Frankenstein is like as a monster, it's like okay, but I feel like Frankenstein, like the monster of Dr. Frankenstein, is not that scary. Like it's just, you know,
And
it's always
Frankenstein's
shows
first
to be
movie,
like
he
sympathetic.
tried a little girl.
Huh?
In Frankenstein's first movie, he drowned a little girl. The monster drowned
Yeah,
a little girl.
that's not
That's why
good.
they went after her to kill him, because he killed a little girl.
Maybe I'd say it's D tier.
Mm.
Um,
Leprechauns.
leprechauns. Are they really?
There's horror movies, Halloween movies esque.
I
They're their
guess so.
creature.
Leprechauns remind me more of tricksters.
Well, there's leprechauns where they're known as tricksters. But then there's Warwick Davis's leprechaun, where he's like a horror figure that kills people and stuff. What have you never seen? Have you never seen Leprechaun in the Hood?
I've
How
never
about
seen that.
Leprechaun in the Hood 2?
No.
Those are part of the Leprechaun horror movie series. Okay. Fine. How about Jason?
Jason. Jason Voorhees. Um, you know, unpopular opinion. Very unpopular opinion. He's like the worst version of Michael Myers. Like he's like the
I'm
Great
sorry.
Value
What?
brand of Michael Myers. That's what I think.
I'm pretty sure Jason Voorhees came first.
I know, but I feel like Michael Myers is better.
Well, they're not even like the same thing, though.
I know, but like they're both like unstoppable, like beings or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, Michael
Super strong.
Myers is codenamed the Shade, so he is a nickname. Therefore, he's better, I guess. No, I mean I really like Jason. I think
All
he's
right, so what would you rate Jason?
I'm a
Because
solid
he
B.
can't die. He can't die.
He's
He's
died.
scary.
He has died.
Well,
He's died multiple times.
you get what I'm saying. Like he always comes back to life.
He he actually only died. He's died. I want to
He's
say
died like three
twice.
times, like twice or three times. Then he gets struck by lightning in one. Something
Well,
happens in
it's
another and
like
brings him
this,
back to
right? You
life.
have you have Jason get killed by this little kid, basically, and then he gets brought back to life with lightning or something, like Frankenstein monster. And then because of that, he's immortal now. So now he's like an undead guy. And then um
And then he can also die from that, but he comes back as someone else. It's just weird.
yeah,
I don't
Michael
know.
Myers is just like you can shoot me a bunch of times, but I won't die.
Yeah,
I mean, Jason would beat Michael Myers in a fight pretty easily, I'd say. But Michael Myers, I'd put A tier. Jason, I'd put B tier.
I don't. I feel like Michael Myers is scarier, in my opinion, at least. I know Jason is still like iconic, but
No, I'm
like,
scared more of a hockey mask than a uh, what's his face's mask. A You know the guy from Star Trek?
No.
He plays like the original Captain Kirk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
William Shatner, I think is his
Mm-hmm.
name.
The
That's
guy that
what
went to
Michael
that's going
Myers'
to
mask
space.
is. It's a
Really?
dyed out William Shatner mask.
That's kind of funny.
I'm more scared of a hockey mask.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like Michael Myers as a character being like, he's gonna eventually catch you and kill you is just kind of like, eh.
True.
So I guess we can go on to. I don't know if you want to count this. Have you seen Scream?
Yeah, I've seen Scream.
So what's that guy called? The Ghost
Ghostface.
Ghostface. Um, Ghostface is multiple people. I
Usually.
guess. Yeah. Um, as far as I know, I've only seen the first Scream movie. Ghostface doesn't have
They're regular
any
dudes.
powers, so
In
um,
video games, he does things like teleports and other stuff. But yeah, he's just a regular dude.
so I would say it would honestly have to be because I can't put him above Jason, knowing that he's a regular dude. You know,
Well, it's not about who's the most powerful.
it's just
It's
scary. Yeah,
what's
scary.
scary to you. An undead freak who can teleport and try to kill you, or the real life application of two guys murdering you.
Probably the undead person for sure.
Okay,
And I feel like it should be on the same level as zombies.
okay. Ghostface C tier.
C or D, whatever zombies are on. Yeah, C.
C.
Yeah, just because it cannot be on the same level as Jason, I feel like.
Fair.
All right, so I
How
guess we can
about
go on to like one of the other big Halloween one, which is Freddy
yeah? I
Krueger,
was about to mention
which he actually lives in the Villages, I think. The guy who played Freddy Krueger.
Albert England.
Yes, I think so. I have actually never seen this movie, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, basically, Freddy Krueger is the bastard son of a thousand men. Is one of his nicknames. Um, Basically, his mom was a nun, and there was this like prison facility full of crazy people, and when they were doing checks to make sure how many people were there, they accidentally left her in there, and she got raped by a thousand men. And her son was Freddy Krueger. He took children, killed them, and the reboot they turned him into a straight molester and pedophile. But originally,
Oh,
he wasn't a pedophile. Um, kills kids. After he was killed by parents, he made a deal with dream demons to become a dream demon. And so he's like killing you in your dream. What he does to you in a dream does to you in real life.
I feel like that's a really scary concept.
Oh, it is. It's like Dr. Destiny from DC.
Hmm. So I'm gonna let you have your say on where it should be.
I must say, I must say S tier because he's better than Michael Myers, in my opinion. His movies might not be, but I think he is. I mean, his portrayal is pretty crazy. I mean, the actor is just fantastic. He's scary. He's scary.
So William, like I'm getting the vibe that you watch quite a bit of horror movies.
I have only seen one Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, that's why you know so much about it.
I saw one. But let me tell you, I watch so much review stuff. Okay, so you know the YouTube channel Dead Bean?
Yes.
I watch like every one of his videos. I watch all of them. He covers every single movie, basically gives you the story,
The kill
who
count.
dies, the kill counts. He gives you the stories too. So I know the stories of all
Really?
those movies.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, I know
So,
everything because of James A. Janice. That's his name. Nothing to say.
yeah. I'm what else can we go for? It.
It the clown. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah, that dude's scary. Heck no, I ain't messing
Go
with no
A
clown.
tier.
Yeah, not the reboot version, the original one though.
Okay. A or S tier, whatever you think. What do you want to do?
What'd you say?
What do you want to put it in?
A tier. I
Okay.
put Mason with Freddy Krueger.
I thought Freddy Krueger was an S tier.
Oh my bad. Yeah, put him with Michael Myers. That's A
All
tier.
right.
The Invisible Man.
D tier.
Wow.
Sorry. Um,
Oh yeah, we never rated the Leprechaun.
Leprechaun. I don't know.
He's
I
like
never
he's
think
like a D tier. He's like a D tier. I
just
mean,
because I don't think of leprechauns as like evil.
this Leprechaun will kill you. You will die. I'm gonna tell you right now, Lincoln. He would kill you. He'd probably be more likely to kill you than Michael Myers.
That's kind of
But
scary, but also
I'd put him in D tier. He has magic. He uses magic. Oh, speaking of magic, witches.
yes, I was about to bring that up. Uh, Hocus Pocus, so freaking iconic. Um,
I would put witches B tier.
yeah, I would agree. Just because like scare factor, not really there, but you know,
Yeah,
besides that, I feel like they have a lot going for them. So
I would agree.
I've just been looking at like random lists, right? And one of them says robots, evil robots.
Like the
Would you consider
Terminator.
that? Yeah,
I mean, that's not like
I wouldn't
Halloween
say
or
that's how.
horror
Yeah,
technically. I would say it's like horror adjacent.
yeah. So let's not include that. Um,
I mean, I don't
I
know.
think
I
we
think
got
we
most of everything. I'm sorry if we didn't get one that you wanted. Um,
if
okay.
there's
What
one that we
about
missed,
this?
put it in the comment section.
Never mind. Let's not include that one. I was just being dumb.
Tell me it.
Um,
Tell me it now. Tell me it.
we didn't say skeletons.
That counts as like zombies, kind of, but
And
like
also mummies or
weaker.
something. Yeah.
Skeletons are like a weaker version of zombies. It's like okay, mm, so Army of Dead, the Deadites. Do you know that?
No.
So you know Bruce Campbell.
Why have I heard that name?
He's well-known actor. He oh, I'm trying to help you out here. I just don't know what to say not to confuse you.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, he plays Ash. Not Pokemon Ash, but like the horror movie hero
He's
Ash. He has
Ash
like a chain.
Ketchum.
No,
I'm just
he
kidding.
has. a chainsaw for a hand.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, the enemies that he faces are called like Deadites, which are like possessed humans of like monsters and stuff like that. And then he also fights skeletons and a evil version of himself. Yeah, I don't know. We actually don't count that because I think those
We
count
didn't
under
count
categories
Beetlejuice
of
either, but it's
we
okay.
didn't say what?
Beetlejuice either.
Beetlejuice is demon? Question mark?
Yeah,
Ghost?
maybe. You might be right about that. So I guess we'll move on.
Mm, yeah,
I'm sorry if we
with
forgot anything, but
gargoyles.
oh, we did forget Gargoyle.
I mean,
Um, we
they're
also
not
thought forgot to pick.
necessarily evil, though. They're like Halloween creatures. Gargoyles are pretty cool, though.
Yeah, we also forgot the creature of the Black Lagoon,
Oh yeah,
but
and
it's okay.
mermaids.
Oh, we forgot a lot.
It's
We'll just
okay.
do mermaids. Mermaids are, especially after Pirates of the Caribbean, I say they're A tier.
Yeah, they're scary.
They are
Really
freaking
scary.
scary. The water is just a scary place in general. I don't.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Mm, not so much scary.
You're not afraid of Nessie?
Not really.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the comics.
All right, so I really don't know my list this time. So I'll let you start out with the first pick.
So you're gonna have to tell me how much this costs because we need to fit within the
Oh, let me explain the rules real quick. So William and I this time are picking up to three comics out that have a total value of 1,500. So it could be three $500 comics, or you could split it up any way you would like. But it has to be three comics. You don't have to reach 1,500. You can pick something that's like $20, and you can pick another one that's $20. It just has to be within the price range of 1,500. So and we're also going to use eBay because Go Collect wasn't showing the value of 9.8s. So we're going to use eBay and just look up the average prices within the last month, excluding auctions. So go for it, William.
So I was thinking because of the Morbius trailer, maybe something involving Morbius, but I don't know how expensive those are gonna be.
Um,
Probably like $30 or something. I bet. I feel like it's not that big of a deal, right? But because the trailer
it
maybe.
depends on the grade, I think. Um, gosh, it's gone up in value within the last few days, I think. Um, let me see what a 9.8's worth.
Found a I found Amazing Spider-Man number 101 first Mobius appearance. Says it's
Make
like
sure it doesn't say.
$500.
Okay. Yeah, I was
$500
gonna
to
say
say.
make sure it doesn't say like Dash Smile get edition or whatever. Um, I saw a 9.8 right here. That's a Fast Smile edition. Holy crap!
I've
I
seen
see
like
8.5 for 2,000. I see a 2.0 for 425.
what I'm seeing is um 300 to like 500. What I'm seeing.
For it depends on the grade though.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the. I see a 7.0 for 400, a 5.0 for 480, an 8.0 for 850, basically.
I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing it sold for around 1,000, and there's like a seven for 950. Um,
We're doing where we do an auction or buy now.
yeah, I'll do buy it now listing.
Buy it now. I'm seeing like 400. I want to say is the average.
But it depends on the grade.
That's true because I see a 9.0. That's 200, 2,700. The
Yeah, and then
gray,
you'll see some that say like Fast Smile Edition, and that's a reprint.
yeah. Okay, what I'll do then. Oh, this is so complicated. Okay. Gosh, I didn't really have a list prepared either. I have to say, let's. I'm just gonna use my list from the first one.
Okay.
So, Killing Joke, 9.8, like the first one.
Killing Joke 9.8, no number. Okay, let me look. All right, are you gonna write these out?
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, there's some that are like 395, 210.
Just like pick an average, I would say.
I'd say the average is around 300. Like that would be a fair price for it.
300. Okay.
Like that's what I would be willing to pay for it. It seems to. Dang, the prices are so inconsistent on this. Because then, like last month, there was one that was like it sold for 349, and then the next one sold for 202, which that's not CGC. That's probably why. The next one sold for like 275. So, I'm gonna say around 290, $300.
Yeah, that sounds about what it sounds about right. Because I remember when we first looked at it, I want to say 2 months ago, it was at 290.
So, that's what I'm thinking. My pick. I'm stealing it before you can get it. I'm surprised you didn't go with this one.
What are you gonna say?
Not yet. I'm gonna see if I can get it. Oh, I know I can actually. Infinite Crisis number 5. The first appearance is Tommy Riaz as Blue Beetle.
Wait, what did you
Yeah,
say his name was?
isn't it? Tommy
Yeah, it's Jaime.
Hame? Yeah, I knew it was
Jaime
something like
Reyes.
that. So I'm gonna be honest. There's been a few auctions that have gone for around 300,
Wait, so it's
but
Infinite Crisis issue what?
issue number 5, and I'm gonna go with the standard. Actually, what variant am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with the Jim Lee variant cover, which has Blue Beetle on the front. So just put like Infinite Crisis 5, 9.8, Gemly.
Yeah, I got it. How much is it
Honestly,
worth?
weird. I'm not gonna count the auctions. The auctions are like 230, which that is a really good deal on this. I'm gonna say it's worth around because there's some that sold for 500. The newest one sold for 550, which I think that's way over, but I'm not gonna judge what they bought that for. There's one for 550 as well. I'm gonna say it's around $400. Four 425. Let's just do that.
Okay, 425.
Um, all right. Your turn, William.
So Shazam issue one, but
Went up in price.
it's not the like first one. Oh, you know what? Actually, try try looking up Shazam issue 28 and tell me what you see there. The first modern Black Adam appearance. Issue
Depends on the
28.
grade. It really does. Um, golly, that's a good pick. Um, honestly, since these are so old, I just saw 8.5 for 525. 7.0 for 600. A 9.6 is where it gets crazy. $5,000.
Well,
If
then
I
not a
was
9.
you, I would go for around an 8.5 or an 8, which is, let me look, do some quick calculations. An 8.5, it looks like 8.5 is going for around 700. Let me see an 8.0 though. That 8.0 is going for around, it was sold for around 700 as well. 6.0 is going for around 4 to 500. This 8.5 sold for 525. So I'd say a fair price to buy it at. I don't know. Golly, this is tough. I'm just going by what I would personally pay for it at the time.
Okay.
For it, I'd up it up to an 8.5 because you'd rather have an 8.5 than an 8.0, of course, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm being too generous with this, but around 600 is what I'd pay for it. If I saw it for around 600, I'd be like, that's a pretty good deal. I might consider that. But also the yeah, 600 I think is pretty fair.
Okay.
It might be on the lower end, but since that one just sold for 525, um, I think that's definitely fair.
So I'm at 900 right now. So I have
Yes,
400. No, sorry, $600
yes, that
left
you could use.
that I could use.
Let me think a little bit. So, God, which ones do I think are going to go up in value? This is a tough one. Um, I think I might have one, but I might have to go cheaper on my other one, which is fine. But if this one has a good price, we're gonna see about it. I'm looking at Static number one.
Ooh.
One sold yesterday for 340. Oh no, one is up today for 349. There was one selling yesterday, and I almost bought it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, one sold for 349. So static number one, it's just going to be the collector's edition. Um, that one sold for 300. I think it's worth more than 300 though, because that's a C. We're going by CGC. This one sold for 300 as well. Gosh, I thought it was more expensive than that. 350 looks to be like a pretty standard price on this. So like anywhere from 325 to 350, because I see some going for
So
300.
so what is it?
So let me look back a little bit farther. It's static number one,
Mm-hmm.
uh, collector's edition. That specific cover, because the cover really does matter on this, because there's a platinum edition that goes for like 900. I say a fair estimate because I'm seeing some 300, some 350s. It's going right in the middle around 325. And that's in a 9.8 as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you to tell me if this is in the right price range of 600. It might not be.
Okay.
So Tales of Suspense 57 57. First appearance of Hawkeye versus Clint Barton. So Tales of Suspense 57.
That one's going to fall into what? Actually, no,
Because I'm seeing all kinds of
that's not going
ranges.
to fall into a grade. That's going to be way.
Because I saw
That's
one
going to be.
that was like 700, but I'm at 600.
Yeah.
And then I saw one that's like 16,000, 1,600. I mean,
The cheapest one I see right now is a 2.5, and it's not a CGC. And a 7, we're 700. Let me see if I can find another one. Just trying to
if
make it.
it's fun, if it doesn't fit into it, because I have another one I'd like you to look at.
Yeah, I don't think that really fits into it just because there's one for $49,000. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Signed by someone. That makes sense.
So with
Okay.
that out of the way, I want you to look into this one.
Okay.
Young Avengers. Excuse me.
Young
Young Avengers.
Avengers.
Young Avengers. Young. Damn it. I'm hearing myself over my headphones. It's messing me up right now. Young Avengers 1. First appearance of Kate Bishop, I think.
Holy crap. William, you're
If
not going to believe this.
it's not worth a lot of money. What? What is
There's
it?
one being bid on right now for 120, 152.50, but let me go to sold because it's not looking good for you.
That one
Um
doesn't work? Oh gosh. Here we go. Let me look.
that
I'm
one
right back.
is worth around $1,000.
Well, I did not realize that.
I did not realize that either. Oh, one
Hmm.
sold for 500. That was in it was a bid though. Let me see if I can find another one around that price and I'll give it to you. No, I think that 500 bid was just a very lucky bid. Oh, or it might be a different version. Let me see. I'm just looking. No, that looks like a doesn't look like a reprint. So I see some for around I've seen two that have gone for 500 and 600, but the majority of them are going for around 1200, 1000 to 1200, so I don't know.
I see. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I did not know that was worth that much.
Kate Bishop, man. Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop?
Kate Bishop. That's why it's so expensive. Uh, shoot. Trying to think here. I guess I'll go with another Shazam one.
Okay. Shazam
Shazam.
ones are tough too.
Yeah. So originally on the other side, I had Shazam issue one, but it's not like the original first one. It's like the different age issue one. So back
Could you give
then
me
it
a
was,
year on it?
what'd you say?
Well, Shazam number one looks to be a fair price. Like,
Yeah, if that's within the 600, I'll take it.
let me see if I can find a 9.8. Let me look. Because it does look like to be within the price range, which,
Yeah.
um, 9.0 is worth around 150. Uh, Holy crap, a 9.8 sold for 18,000. Or not 18,000, 1,800. A 9.6, 345. What is that? That has white pages as well. 9 point. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, 9.8 looks to be over the price range, but a 9.6 looks to be like in the price range.
Okay.
We can do
Oh,
something else if you want.
no, I'll take the 9.6.
So around 400.
Okay. So
That's what I'm gonna
it's
say.
Shazam issue one, 9.6, worth 400, you said?
I'd say.
Okay.
I guess it's my turn, right?
Yep.
So, so, I have a few
You have a few.
that I'm deciding from. One of these I'm considering purchasing, which is the one I'm going to be looking up right now. Kingdom Come issue 2, First Appearance of Cyclone.
Okay.
And also one of the best series, or arguably the best, or I guess I'll say it this way. Arguably one of the best series to ever come out in comic book history, Kingdom Come. Um, you know what that's about, William?
Yeah. Superman comes out of retirement and he's
Yeah,
like,
it's like older superheroes, so passing on to the new generation. That actually looks
a bunch
very
of people
good.
die.
Let me go to sold.
So wait, what issue is it?
Kingdom Come number 2 looks to be
Okay.
going for around. Well, one sold for $100. That was a good deal. Um, Looks to be going around for $200.
Okay.
Oh, it's because it's number 3. That makes sense.
So it's not
Um,
number two, it's number three. Wait, which one do
oh
you
no
want?
no no no. Sorry, I'm looking at prices.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Kingdom Come number 2 is worth around $200.
Okay.
and a 9.8.
Okay.
Do you have
So
any
two,
desire to change any of yours?
nope. So
Okay.
to refresh, I have Killing Joke, issue 1,
And a
uh,
9.8.
and 9.8.
Well, it's actually a no number. Sorry about that. I
Sorry.
said issue
No, it's
one.
fine. No number works. No number. Shazam, issue 28, worth 600. It's an 8.5. Then Shazam, issue 1, 9.6, worth 400. Then you have Infinite Crisis, issue number 5, the Jim Lee variant cover with the blue beetle on the front, 9.8, worth 425. Then you have Static number 1, collector's edition cover, worth 325, and it's at 9.8. Then you have
Okay.
Kingdom Come number 2, worth 200, 9.8.
Did we have a single Marvel comic?
Yeah, I used Shazam's. No, Shazam's DC.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't use a single Marvel. I tried,
Strange.
but it was too much.
Yeah, they are a lot. You know what I should have done?
What should you have done?
So if you guys don't know this, uh, I spent way too much money
Oh gosh.
and bought Secret Wars issue 8. I probably should have added that to uh my thing. Do you think I should do that?
What would you be? Would you be ditching Kingdom Come number 2 then?
Uh, what's my second one I have?
Static number 1.
Yeah. So it's 425 plus 325, right?
Yep,
425. So that leaves me with
750
750.
out
And
of 1500.
should I do it for the price I bought it for or what it's going for around right now?
Um, I'll leave it up to you. I'll let you decide. So, do you want me to
Okay.
get rid of Kingdom Come?
Yeah, that's a good one. Let me see if it's within the price range still.
Okay.
Because it'd have to be 750 um or below. It looks like it's going for around 750. Because there was one that was just bid on that went for like super cheap. One that sold for 750, one that sold for 750, one that was bid on that sold for around 700. One that's signed though.
So 750.
No, it looks like it's going for around 725. I know I'm doing a bunch of 25s, but
So Secret Wars. What issue is it?
number 8 and a 9.8.
Secret Wars. Sorry, say that again.
Secret Wars number 8 and a 9.8.
8, 9.8, worth 725.
Yes.
And then, did you give a point value to Static?
It was a 9.8.
I'm a point. Okay. Yep. Secret Wars number 8, 9.8, worth 725.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah. Well,
which I'm not gonna say what I bought it for.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun, maybe learned something. Or maybe you want to participate in this challenge that we're redoing, which would be awesome. You can send us a list of your comics and we'll say, oh, that's really cool. Or maybe we'll say, nah, actually, no, we won't judge you too harshly.
Yeah.
Because William's obviously the professional. He won last time.
Yeah. I am more comic knowledgeable than Lincoln, apparently.
So send us a list of what you think is gonna go up in value, and we're gonna we'll take a look at it and definitely comment and say wish you good luck and other that. And whose team are you on actually? At the same time, do you think William's gonna win again, or do you think I'm gonna win?
I think clearly I'm gonna win because I have Shazam twice.
I think my biggest downfall could be Secret Wars #8. I really do,
Yeah.
because I think it's either still going down or just at a plateau. So it's going for a. I mean, in 2 months though, you never know. If he appears in the symbiote costume, it's going to be insane.
Well, Venom is in the movie, right?
He should be, I think.
Yeah. Well,
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
see you guys next time.